Welcome to the Institute for Telecommunication Sciences Intern Showcase. This is Kristen Davis with a spotlight on ITS intern AJ Cuddeback. AJ Cuddeback is a graduate student in the Aerospace Engineering program at CU Boulder. Research conducted at the Institute supplements AJ's university studies. Radio frequency engineering. What's interesting about it?
I am studying remote sensing at CU Boulder. I'm interested in environmental monitoring and climate science. And the thing about remote sensing is that it pretty much always uses some form of radio frequency and it relies on radio frequency engineering to some degree. So I'm at a stage right now in my degree in general science journey where I'm trying to familiarize myself as much as I can with the tools that I might use to do science later on in my career by working directly with those tools in any way that I can.
What might life look like after graduate school?
So I'm trying to keep kind of an open mind about it and just seeing what opportunities and problems present themselves as I go through my degree. But right now I'm thinking I want to go in the direction of weather or tropospheric studies. I'm really interested in weather modeling, ideally weather forecasting. So I'm trying to get into that space right now.
Tell me a little about a project you're working on.
Right now I'm working on writing a calibration code for software-defined radios. So essentially we have software-defined radios which are like the radio in your car, but instead of tuning, for example, just a specific bandwidth that you use to listen to songs when they come over from the radio, you can tune what that bandwidth is and what frequency you're listening to and how much of a sample you're taking every second and how frequently you take samples, and all of those are tunable on a software-defined radio. And they also need to be calibrated, and that's what I'm working on is the code that we use here at NTIA to calibrate these things to say we're going to set the sample rate for this radio and then we're going to verify that we're actually getting the performance that we think that we're going to get out of it.
What's a typical day for you at ITS?
So I say it varies kind of a lot, but some of the things that I do include going through old code and documenting it. I also sometimes come work with this equipment stack and make sure that it interfaces with the code well. I'm also working on writing code that interfaces this software-defined radio with all of the hardware over here.
What do you like best about working at ITS?
I think the thing that I like most about working at ITS is the autonomy that I have here. I have a lot of control over what I get to work on as far as what projects I'm involved in. I'm on the project that I'm working on now because I was given kind of a bunch of different areas of topics that I could work on, and so that's how I picked what I'm doing right now, as well as looking forward at the fall. I'm being encouraged to think about what do I want to do for a dissertation and what projects are there here that relate to that and how can I get involved with those. And I'm being really encouraged to look at what is interesting to me. And I'm also this summer enjoying having autonomy about how I organize my work schedule. I think one of the best things about working at ITS is being in Boulder and having access to all of the things that Boulder has, like the mountains. And so I really like that not only is it allowed but encouraged for me to make my work schedule flexible around what I want to do.
To learn more about ITS, click the link in the video description.